Hey everybody, how are you? All right. I don't know if this whole getting dark really early is killing anyone else, but I'm like, I feel like I should have been sleeping like an hour ago. I'm like, uh, yeah, we're here. We actually ate dinner at a normal time, so as in I think it was 5:30 or 6 instead of after Brady went to sleep. And then it was like 7 when we normally eat, and I was like, I could go to bed right now. But we're here. So I hope you guys are doing good. This call should be, well, we'll see what questions you guys have and what you want to share and what we want to chat about. But it shouldn't be too long. And then if we have extra time, we can dive into some working time or some productive time because I know a lot of you are busy and have a lot going on. And it is the 10th of the month. So we still have a ton of this month left. So if you're feeling discouraged or if you're feeling like the momentum's not there and there's just a lot of noise going on, that's okay. You still have a lot of time left. And honestly, if you're doing the business activities, it will happen. You will reach your goals, and it can happen literally in a day. If you're being consistent and showing up, like people will come around and be like, okay, I'm ready. So as long as you're putting in the actions leading up to it, and maybe this is your first month of really digging back into it and it might feel lagged or delayed, just start taking action because it will pay off and start building on each other. Um, with that, we do have the new Snickerdoodle, which was chai, launching, I believe it's the 17th. So if that's one you've tried or want to try, it will be a part of the main bundle that you can get on auto ship. And it could be a really good holiday flavor if that is something you want to try. That is the biggest launch for this month. You'll see in most of you are in Elevate Gym group. And Corinne, I think I forwarded the email to you. On the day of the launch, I scheduled to post recipes. She added like a recipe PDF in the content we get. So if you do have customers interested, we have some fun recipes to share with them as well. I don't think I'm missing anything. There's been a lot of updates with all these changes happening in 2024. So I'm ready to dive right in if you guys are, unless there's something you wanted to kick off with before then. Okay. So I hope you were able to listen to the corporate call with Carl and Michael to kind of get the detailed version of this. But then I also hope you were able to listen to Christina Delgado give her 2 cents in it as well. I know some of the things might be shocking or confusing, and I'll say anything. We went through the change with the price changes, how the body was merged. We went from, if anyone was here with me, I know Corinne was, the DVDs to the streaming pass. There's been so many changes happening, and we get through it. They guide you through it. They give trainings. It's all figured out. And especially all this stuff is going to be figured out in 2024 without you even doing anything different. Like you're showing up for your job. They do all the numbers. They do all the calculations. So I want to remind you of that. And we'll just dive in. Does anyone have any questions about the new changes that were announced, or any talking points that they wanted to just bring up and talk about?
I know, Abby, I texted you this morning before I listened to Christina Delgado's call, and I was like mad because they obviously lowered our commission rate and how much discount. That's the biggest thing for me is the discount. And I know it's by 5%, but it's the bigger picture of it is how it's supposed to be helping people that maybe aren't where they want to be in their business or how to build their team up so that they're benefiting as well from the compensation plan rather than hitting a certain rank to get that compensation plan. So if you guys were upset and like angry about it, like change is growth, and we kind of have to go through a tough time in order to like and steps outside of our comfort zone and what we're comfortable with in order to see that growth. And I literally texted Abby, and then I listened to Christina Delgado's call, and I was like, wow, literally the first 10 minutes, I like my mindset just shifted back. And I was like upset for like, because I was just confused. Like this seemed like a huge change and it came out of nowhere. But the reason why Body is doing this, the reason why Carl Deichler is doing this is that we're not increasing the prices for our customers, right? Like we're in an economic, I don't know, like everything is expensive, everything is changing, people are getting laid off. So he wants to continue to offer these prices for our customers, our clients, so that it's still affordable and that it's still next level. And for that to happen is that they're going to have to make a shift with us. And that's, you know, it is what it is. But like, we're going to stand by them because like, look where it's come from. DVDs, buying DVDs and a bag of Shakeology, and that's all you got, to like what it is now. You know what I mean? So we have to continue to provide and share the value that what this is and how it can help other people, how it can help their families, how it can just help them overall in health and wellness. And the biggest thing is like Brendan Bouchard, I am mind blown. I'm like, dang. And if you guys were at Summit and you heard him speak, or if you've ever listened to him, like he's amazing. Like I'm obsessed with him. He is a great motivational speaker. I don't know how Carl got that like I don't understand how it's gonna work, but I'm excited about it because he's amazing. So we just have to kind of just hold on there and just believe in it. And if you don't like feel like this is something you want to be a part of anymore, and that's totally fine, but be honest to yourself and be honest to your customers and everybody else that's involved in this.
I did talk to someone else. I meant to look up the name of the company, but remember when coaches were leaving Body? When was that? Like 6 months ago or something? Because the compensation plan. Oh my gosh.
Was it
It's like
Arbonne? I don't know why
Everybody's
that.
going to Arbonne. My friend literally was a 5-star diamond with Body, and she is now with Arbonne. Like, I don't understand.
it wasn't Q, it wasn't Arbonne. They have health and wellness stuff.
Oh, is it like
Whatever. I need to
Thrive?
No, I feel like it starts with an M, but I might be lying because I'm thinking of two others that start with an M.
The company
But I
name
was
doesn't
talking-
matter. Keep going.
Yeah.
Who cares?
But Modier, or however you say it. So she was like kind of like prying for information. And I just kind of stood my ground, and I was nice about it. I was like, oh, maybe we're talking about different things because this was just launched Saturday and I haven't heard of people like leaving. And I guess supposedly she knows people like way up. And that's kind of the point I'm getting at. But first, I did question her. I'm like, I didn't use these words, but what I meant was, if your compensation plan's so good, I asked about their commission on products from customers, and I asked what their discount is. And she said they start at 18% and that we were above the market. And she's like, but that's not where we get all our sales, and it's through volume and this and that. I'm like, yeah, I get it. Like we have all that too. I'm just asking for one straight number. So I think we used to have 25% off discount and 25% commission. And now we're at 20%. I don't think we're going to notice the difference with all these other bonuses and perks, but I thought it was interesting because they crap talk like their compensation plan's the best, but like comparing one factor to the other, yes, one has some perks and others, like I get it. It depends what you need, but they were at 18%. So I think we are in the competitive range. And if you listen to Christina Delgado, she was like, we were above average in the market with the 25%. So now they're cutting it back. and really giving us other bonuses and incentives to earn money for simply doing our jobs and growing our business. So you might hear people leaving, but I really think it's really only affecting people that are like 15 star to 10 star to 15 star, like really high up, because they cut back on their bonus pulls and they gave them requirements and caps on their team volume bonus cycle each week. And I honestly, this might sound harsh, but they're really trying to help people who are actively building versus ones who have been grandfathered in and are just getting volume and money over and over for not doing anything. And that's kind of what I like about it. Every single one of you on this call is going to fully benefit from it. There's a new diamond bonus, which has never happened before because it used to start at 2 star. So quarterly, for doing your job, you can earn a bonus once you hit diamond. And I think they're really starting to give incentives once you hit that diamond rank, which is a huge stepping stone. And there is nothing to really show for it in the compensation plan. So I hope it's everyone's own opinion and everyone has to do what's right for their family. But in our situation here and the type of team we have, I think this is going to actually benefit us and serve us. And yes, we're going to want to push to grow our businesses, whether that be with partners that just want the discount or business partners. They both bring in volume, but you're going to see the benefits. And if you're getting on this call tonight, I assume you want to work this business, which tells me you're going to reach amazing things, reach those goals, and see those bonuses. And I know it's not all about money, but it is a huge factor. And especially if you're talking about, I know, Kareen, you said a 5-star left right away. You're going to see probably negative stuff in people leaving, but in the end, this is really benefiting the people who are actively working in real time. So I kind of think it's a good push and incentive for us to continue to show up and do what we're doing anyway, knowing, yes, we lost some commission, but there's other perks there. So it's tough if you wanted to just build this business based on commissions. Like if you were like, I don't want to ever invite to the business opportunity or the discount, I just want people to buy products from me, then yes, you're not going to see huge benefits in the compensation plan, but you weren't going to see that anyway before it even changed. So honestly, I'm kind of excited for it. It took me, and obviously I'm just like taking it all in as you guys are, but I think it's going to be really cool. There are screenshots available. I screenshotted myself as I was listening. I was talking to Becky and Tiffany, and I was just like, oh, screenshot, just so I could like wrap my mind around it. But something to look forward to is the quarterly diamond bonus. And for those of you that are new, diamond is our second rank. So emerald is if you have 2 people helping you get started, or 2 people getting started with the discount as a partner or preferred customer. So that could be like when I started, my mom signed up because she loved the shakes. That could be your spouse. If you guys have other products you like, that could be your best friend. That could be anyone. You hit your first rank. The second rank is now diamond. And that looks like having 8 people and 2 of them being emerald. So 2 of them, and I can send images for some of you that are new, but it's 8 people, 2 of them have 2 people under them. And it sounds like a little overwhelming, but if you start just sharing it and you're passionate about, and they start their health and fitness journey, I've actually been amazed at the people who, if they see success and fall in love with our programs and products, they want to continue them. They want the discount. And that is where a lot of my people in my business have come from, because it started in an accountability group. It started with me helping them on their own journey, and they just fell in love and didn't want to stop. So if that tells you anything, if you just need to start talking to people and getting them in the accountability groups, even if you don't lead with the business opportunity, you can, but you don't have to. And just know that's an option to grow your business. So that's, once you hit diamond, there's a bonus now that's quarterly. And I think it's a percentage of the whole company's earnings within that quarter. So I heard someone say, I forget which call it was, that could be like $250 extra a quarter. And then as you rank advance even more, that's even more bonus. Christina went into this a little bit better with the personally sponsored team volume bonus. This is a new bonus that basically, if you guys understood how there was like your strong leg and weak leg, and it was hard to cycle through for that residual income because your weak leg probably didn't have as much to cycle through. Sorry if this is foreign language to some of you, but how I understand it is personally sponsored team volume bonus is one bucket and you get a percentage of the total volume. You don't have to worry about your weak leg and your strong leg. And I think that's awesome. And obviously there's little requirements and stuff, but that's another bonus that you guys could qualify for. And then they're doing a productivity bonus for 2024. So if you're beating your volume from this year, next year, so like they'll compare January 2023 to your volume in 2024 January. So if you're beating yourself, so growing your business, which I know that's all your goals, they're doing another bonus. And they're going to go into more details, but that's 3 bonuses that can impact all of you that are new that I think are pretty cool. I'm not going through all the percentages, but I will drop the link of like where the slides are so you guys could read through it. The other things, let me see here. Does anyone have any questions while I look through the rest of these? Okay, so a few things they got rid of were the ruby rank, which was in between emerald and diamond, but it was almost diamond, so they got rid of it. The fast start plus bonus was if you signed 5 coaches within a 5-week period, you got $100 bonus. And then they minimized the team cycle bonus dollar amount and caps. I will tell you, I think a lot of people are probably upset about those caps, but I've never gotten near the caps. So I don't think that's going to affect you one bit. And I think the $2 less per cycle kind of sucks, but like then you're getting that other volume percentage too. So with every negative, like even the commissions and discount going down, there's so many positives, but the best thing is just gonna know like is knowing like your goals. Do you want to grow this business? Do you want to have other business partners under you? And that's where you're really going to see the financial benefits, which is how this business has always been, honestly. Yes, you can sell 10 to 20 challenge packs or total solution packs or shakes a month and earn good money, but you really start seeing that compensation come in when you're building a team with volume. So I think it's a cool incentive. I think we get nervous with change, so we kind of put up a guard at first, but I think it's going to benefit each and every one of you and maybe even give you that push you needed that, oh, well, I want to earn that bonus, so I'm going to push for this or whatever, because life is crazy. Groceries are expensive. Everything's expensive. So it's not selfish to be like, oh, I am going to push for that bonus for my family or whatever it is, because that's why it's there. They want us to be successful and they want us to see wins firsthand, like upfront, versus till we hit 2-star, they could lose us because we're not seeing these benefits coming in through compensation until 2-star. Like they're losing a lot of people that way. So I think this is going to be really, really cool. And it doesn't start till 2024. They're going to give us all these trainings and we'll feel like we kind of know what's happening, and it's just going to transition and be great. And you're just going to see it all happen. Like each payday, every Thursday, you're just going to notice like, oh, what's that category? Oh, I got a percentage. Oh, I got this bonus. Like if you're doing your job and seeing growth, then I don't think you have anything to worry about. And obviously you can have all feelings are welcome, but that's kind of how I feel. So I don't know. How do you guys feel?
I
Is it
feel like,
confusing? Go ahead.
well, Brittany, you want to go?
I think it's just a good thing I'm not good with numbers and it all just goes over my head. Like honestly, like I really do. I hate numbers. So it's like, oh, diagrams, those are pretty. Numbers, no. So it's like I'm just gonna roll with it. Because if I try to sit there and understand it and like I try to start over analyzing it and then I like want to like pick it apart. So I'm going, oh, changes. Oh, okay. That just means dollar signs, you know. Hey, why not? Like whether it's like higher or lower, it's is what it is. I was just happy we're getting Brendan Bouchard. I was like, I'm I'm sitting at gymnastic dance class. I'm in like the lobby and I'm going, I went, really? Like and the moms were like, are you okay? So yeah, I'm excited.
And honestly, to that point, one, we don't even need to understand how it works. Basically, they're going to flow it all through us and pay us accordingly. They don't mess it up. So you just have to know there's potential for bonus there and then keep your eye out if it's like requirements like, oh, you have to have 10 Success Club points within the whole quarter and be this rank. Like, it's just like what we do now. So don't worry about that. But isn't it cool? Like, I think Christina said it. It's like we're the only industry or the only company in this industry that's offering that personal development and mindset aspect. Everyone has products. Everyone can go and get fitness anywhere, but they can't get this mindset, personal development stuff all together. And I think that's the coolest thing. Like Carl is literally differentiating us and making that our niche so people want to join us versus let's just jump to the other company and sell products. Like we have something so cool. And sorry if that was mocking anyone, but I'm just like,
No, it's just
I
being
truly believe in what we have, and I think it's the coolest thing ever.
I love the fact that like when I was watching from Summit, was it Summit this last year? I think it was when they had when Carl was saying what really hit me was it's like it doesn't matter what rank or like anything you are in the company, even if like you're super trainer, if you're like CEO, doesn't matter where you're at, like for Carl to hire somebody to help push him to continue to help us grow more. It's like you don't see that with any other company. You don't. And I love the fact that like we don't have to like keep products on hand. We don't have to worry about shipping things out because I've been there, done that with another company, and it drove me insane. They're like, oh well, like you're paying too much to have the stuff shipped, and like they want. I was supposed to get some kind of weigh scale and some kind of like label printer that was literally thousands of dollars. I'm like, dude, like I just started this, and you're telling me I have to go out and invest all this money? Like, are you insane? Like, I mean, I literally hadn't even been in with them for like 3 months, and this is what they were telling me. And I'm like, no. I'm like, I would at least like to make something, you know, to put towards it. And they were like, no, 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 you just need to go buy it. I'm like, I don't make that kind of money right now. And so then after it took me off and on for 4 years before I finally was like, forget it. So I love the fact that everything is just like all electronic and that it's just a share cart and off it goes. And everything is taken care of for you. You don't have to worry about any of that. It's amazing. So yeah.
Yeah, and to Brittany, your point, I feel like something that someone said was, I think it was even just from the original training with Carl and Michael, that most people still like don't have clarity about team cycle bonuses and what the different legs are. And like Abby was talking about, is this a foreign language? And to some of us, and I've been doing this for almost 3 years now, and some of that still, I mean, I get the general concept, but diving into the intricacies, still I don't know if I could explain it well. And I think that all goes with this, is there's a lot that is very like high level information of how this business is functioning, but it's more of like the background work. And like Abby, you said, really this is impacting in more of an unpleasant way the people who are way like the Christina Delgados of the company that have been doing this and have kind of this automated business, and they're not necessarily actively doing the work to build their teams anymore because it's pretty steady. Whereas for most of us on this call, it's going to only benefit us. And really just the intricacies of how the company made that work. Yeah, being thankful that we don't have to be the experts in all of that. And if you want to, you can be fully informed. And I think that's a way to have the best functioning business, is knowing the compensation plan in and out and what that looks like to be able to express that. But ultimately, I'm kind of taking it just sort of with a grain of salt overall, because I know it's just another thing. I'm looking forward to seeing how my paycheck increases or moves around and shifts. But ultimately, as far as like the daily activities and behaviors and what we're showing up and doing every day, I don't think it's going to have a significant impact. So overall, I just think it's a lot of noise and a lot of fear-based decisions, and that doesn't feel great. Like they feel like this was a very heavy call, and I don't think it needs to be that heavy. There's changes, but um yeah, I think it's just a lot of high level information getting dumped on us at once that we're going to adapt to. And you can know it all or you don't have to. But yeah, anyway, I'm also excited for Brendan Burchard. I remember him from when he did like, there was some reward around Summit, or was it Team Cup or something like that, that he spoke. And I really enjoyed listening to him and about his story and his family and where he's come from. So I think that's just going to be an added bonus. And yeah, excited for it.
Thanks for sharing that. I agree. It's like we're still doing our same job. We still have our same beliefs. It's just some shifts and things we can't control. But I think they are going to benefit us. And I put it in the chat, but I'm like, I want to listen to his podcast more and like get to know him, because it sounds like people can purchase the subscription to his whatever it's called, like his actual, like his community.
What is it, his app or something like that? That's one of the things that Carl talked about. Not to interrupt you, Abby.
Yeah, it's an
It's
app.
called Growth
was-
Day.
Yeah. I like that. I love the fact Carl brought that up. I love the fact that you can get somebody signed up or something like that for a subscription to that growth day that Karina had mentioned. And you can get and you can get commission from that, and they don't have to be purchasing shakes or bot or anything. And I was like, that's awesome, because there are some people that I have reached out to me and they're like, all I want is the mindset. Like they literally just need this specific mindset work and they don't want to commit to a workout. And I'm like, well,
You have to
so
get the whole
I'm
thing.
super excited for that. So I was like, this is perfect for some people. So yeah, no, I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, so it's like a whole new product we can offer people. Maybe it opens the door to people who it wouldn't have before, like Brittany said, or maybe it's that add-on. And honestly, I think mental health is tough. And isn't it Mental Health Awareness Day? What great timing. It's like people are more willing to share about it now, but if we have this tool that can serve people, I think that is so cool. So I'm super excited to just get familiar with it. And it is called Growth Day. Thanks, Corinne. So I think it's going to not only be able to help us and let us be better leaders and whatever, every aspect of your life, but I think it's cool because can't think of any other company that offers something like that. So definitely something to think about and talk about and share with people. It doesn't come till, I think they said mid-November. So actually that's sooner than all the other changes, but they're going to be giving us trainings and all the things. Like we'll just stay tuned because I'm sure they're going to walk us right through it and it'll be super easy and we'll just figure it out. But it is exciting. Any other thoughts about everything? Was this a lot, Molly and Haley? I know you're probably like, eh. In the end, it's really just, we have a compensation plan. We're going to get paid for doing our job. And now I think we honestly just have more bonuses. And it'll all make sense. And I remember I didn't even know the one, like, sign up 5 coaches in 5 weeks and you get a bonus. And I was like, oh, what's that? So like, you get it whether you know you got it or not. So I think the main goal is just to keep sharing our stories, being vulnerable and showing up and sharing how these tools have changed your life and inviting other people to join us. That's what we do every single day, no matter what the compensation plan looks like. And I think if your heart's in it and it is truly changing your life, it just grows. Like, it's funny because I do the tracker, the business activity tracker. I'm like reaching out to people. I'm doing invites. I'm sharing about my accountability groups. And it seems like such a tiny task. But then over time, like that day, I'm like, that probably did nothing. But in the month, I'm like, wow, I actually made connections with like this many new people and this many people started. So the little actions each day build up over time. And I think it's really easy to forget that as you're doing them real time. But then you look back, you're like, wow, okay, it is paying off. So
I have a question.
Yeah.
What is going on with Instagram tags? Because I'm going berserko. Like it's there, it's not, it's in Facebook, it's not, and I'm like, I'm about to give up on the tag situation because it is driving me bananas.
The tags, like when you're like,
and the only reason I said that is because I just got the notification on my tablet that Korean just tagged me. And I'm going, why isn't it working?
Wait, your tags aren't working at all on anything?
No.
Oh, like how it doesn't come into
I
your
can
messenger?
add people, but it's, yeah, like if I, like, you know how like that thingy where you can scroll up from the bottom and you can like add people, but it doesn't show up on your thing. So if people do that and I can't see the names like in your story, I have to physically watch the person's story, which don't get me wrong, I do enjoy watching people's stories. But if you go in and you like click that button thingy at the top and then you add them, then it shows up in my notifications. Otherwise, I don't ever know if I'm getting tagged.
I didn't know there was an extra button to hit because I was getting annoyed
I
that
use the
it
button
didn't come
because
in my
I'm
inbox.
grandma age over here. Okay.
Wait, so you hit a button first?
So
Is what
I
you're
show you. I show
Okay.
you. Hold on.
Because I actually have the same problem that I don't get
Oh, thank goodness. I'm
any
not
of
the only
your
one.
Yeah, I don't get any of the tags. I see
Okay.
that you tagged me on Facebook, but unless I'm
Yeah,
literally
yes,
scrolling through
the
your
tags were
story.
showing up on Instagram. Then it stopped showing up in my notification in my little like messenger thingy. And it started where I had to watch everybody's stories because I'm like, where's everybody's tags? Like, what's going on? And then I started seeing them in my notifications on Facebook. So I went in to click that, and then I'm like, well, how the hell do I share this to my story? I don't remember how this works anymore. It's been like 6-8 months since I've had to actually upload a story to Facebook. So yeah, but anywho, as I was doing, so I got distracted. So, oh crap, where did it go? Okay, there's that. So, okay, so I don't know if you can see the little button thingy, like not the one with the stars, not the one with the stars, the one next to that. If you click that, there's all these things, and then the tags, it says mentions, and that's what I use, is right there. And then all you guys show up right there. That's how I add people.
That comes up when I like put the @ symbol in my keyboard, like without even going into that menu. If
See,
I put the @
listen,
symbol
I
on my
don't use
keyboard,
keyboard action. I use the button.
okay.
I told you,
So-
I'm like a dinosaur over here, people.
Yeah, if I just type the @ like Celia said, I don't think people
But-
get it into their inbox.
but
But I
see, my
wonder, are you
problem
saying if you do the
is-
mention?
I'm bad with names, so if I don't hit the @ button and I don't see your picture, I'm not gonna remember to tag you. That's why I do that. It's because I'll never remember. Like Celia for like 2 months because my phone didn't update and I couldn't think of her name because I didn't see her picture, so I kept forgetting to tag her. And then I felt bad because I'm like, oh my gosh, poor Celia is being left out over on my end because I can't think of.
Also, what is this new feature I just saw? Abby, you have words above your name. Like, what is that?
What?
Like, if
What
you
in her story?
Abby, it says,
Oh yeah, that's been up for a few months now. Yeah, what is that, Jazz?
is that Threads?
No, that just popped up one day for me and I add stuff. And Becky and I had this conversation because she's like, I don't have that. Literally, what
add
we're
that?
getting
Well,
at
and
is
Tiffany has
Instagram.
it too. You're the only two that ever had the little blurby thing on your picture.
I've seen it
I
on
don't know
Facebook.
how
I
I
don't
got
see it
it.
on Instagram.
And this
Oh,
new
that's on
Threads thing is
Facebook?
all green. This is not fair.
I just
In
like to
the-
be simple.
In the end,
Thank you. Thank you.
we don't understand why we get certain things. I don't know. It just popped up one day and I had the choice. For a while, I couldn't even add music to mine. Like when it first was transitioning, and I was so mad. So I don't think we'll ever understand. But the bubble things, they look kind of cool, but no one ever really answers to them much. So don't feel bad.
I like them because I don't ever respond to them, but I do read them. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I wonder what interesting stuff is in their little blurb today. So I will read it because I think it's like, a little informative action there.
But I don't respond because I don't have it, so I don't see your blurb. So it's a 50-50.
You don't even see it when you go into really? When you go into Messenger on Instagram?
Yeah, she doesn't even
How do you
see
not
it.
have it? Mine shows up. Come on, lighting. Work. It's
I got nothing. Look, it's what I got.
Must be the Android thing.
no, are you in here? What are you
Oh, no.
in?
Right. This
How
call is
does one-
canceled. I'm out. I feel so
That's exactly what
I wonder if is it like an Apple versus Android situation maybe?
how rude.
You won't
This
agree,
call is
but-
spiraling. I think we're done here. We can have another call on social media. I will not be involved. We can have an Android call and then an iPhone call.
Oh my.
I just think it's interesting because it's like you never know if it's the phone or if it's the app itself. It's what cracks me up. It's terrible. Like
It's
I
never
will
the
get
phone.
notifications for Instagram like for 2 weeks straight, and then like for a month I'll get nothing, and then I will get all like sad, like man, nobody's like commenting on anything, and then I click on the actual app itself, and then I get like 50 million pop-ups in 15 minutes. And I'm like, what in the world is this nonsense?
I don't know. And if you ever have an IT question or want to contact Instagram, good luck because you'll never get them.
I know they
So
never respond to anything.
We'll just have to figure it out by ourselves. But yeah, I don't know.
So are we able to tag or is that not? Sorry, I totally went off on a tangent and totally didn't know if we got in there. Guys, I am so exhausted. My dog had to be in the vet yesterday. He cracked his toenail. I'm telling you, it's like having a 1-year-old. Thank God I don't have any more kids. He's more work than my 2 human children combined.
So I think you can either hit the mention sign or enter the @ sign. We just can't figure out a sequence of like when it pops into your messages or not. So it will tag you, but I don't know how to make it go right
Well,
to your
see, the problem is that most of my engaging comes from Facebook. But when I go to share like your guys' story to my Instagram story, like the last couple days, I've had to screenshot. Like
Yeah.
I've literally had to go and screenshot and then share it to my Facebook stories that way.
Yeah, so if you share something you're tagged in or like share a quote or whatever from Instagram, it doesn't, and your Facebook and Instagram are linked normally, it won't share that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
Why is
That's
that
good.
happening?
I don't know. It must be
Okay, I just was curious.
No, I noticed it one day and then I just got lazy and didn't feel like screenshotting it and transferring it over.
I don't blame you because
But
it's a
that
lot
is
of
good,
extra work.
something good to know if you think all your stuff is going, if it's linked and it's not all going to Facebook.
Yeah, because
But
when I would share the stuff, I would just click the little F button for Facebook and then like to make sure it's shared. And now it doesn't even give you the little circle button. I know, Becky, I'm cracking you up right now. Don't you love that I'm a nurse and this is my words that I use? And it's funny because when I'm in with patients, they look at me all the time. They're like, "You're so good at putting things in layman's terms." I said, "Oh, you mean like blonde terms? Like, come on." I'm like, I can come up to you on the street and we can have full blown conversation about anything you want to talk about. Medical field, I got you. I can say, here, take that brace and you're gonna put it on your right foot, but which direction I don't care, as long as you can walk normal or kosher. Yeah, I
That's
mean, it is
great.
what it is.
Well, I'm glad this call shifted to be more lighthearted. I was not nervous, but I was like, I don't know how everyone feels, but I think in the end, it's the last 3 months of the year. We have a huge opportunity with the holidays coming up. For one, people wanting to get started with the new year, like New Year's resolutions, and you guys starting today, sharing your journey, sharing how you can do this through the holidays, how you can still feel good with all the sweets and travel and whatever is huge because you're building that trust right now as we kick off the new year, which is when a lot of people want to start a new journey. And another cool thing now is people are thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to afford Christmas presents? How am I going to afford this? And that you have a business opportunity that they can not only feel good throughout the holidays, but they can earn some extra income, even if it's $500 by December 25th. Like, that's going to help. So I think that's kind of where my mind is, how much we can help people, one with their own health and fitness, and two with this business opportunity to just like not feel this financial burden. And that's what can also be driving you guys. Like, you're here showing up because there is a lot going on with the holidays. And if you want to be able to enjoy it or have your normal celebrations, wouldn't it be nice to not feel that financial struggle and have to say, oh, I can't do that, or I can't buy this. And I think this business is just a blessing for all of that. So people are watching you now, even though it's 3 months away, and you're making an impact in their life, whether they tell you or not. So just keep showing up and sharing your stories and your heart and how it's changing you. And I think we're all going to do amazing. All right. That is all. Anything else before we wrap up? Okay. Have a wonderful night. If you guys have any questions or things that come up, just ask and we're here to help you. I'll see you later. Bye.